Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and I'm doing a love reading for Virgo today. That's Virgo in all placements and it's timeless and general. So take what resonates. And if it really doesn't, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They are all timeless and all placements as well. I'm going to be using my Enchanted Map Oracle to begin. And I will be reading from the book because I'm going to read these reversed. So I'm learning, well, in the process of learning, as always. Jojo made it. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks, as always, to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. It is slowly helping my channel to grow. All right, so diving in. For you, we have education, number 35 in reverse. So there's the card. In reverse. For your person, they have intention, number 22. And the relationship, is rock bottom, 10. The beautiful thing about rock bottom is that there's nowhere to go but up. So, yeah, maybe you've hit some kind of impasse with this person. And by the way, remember that roles can be reversed because I'm just tapping into the energy. So, okay, so education in reverse. What is this? Get my readers. Stubbornness. Virgos aren't stubborn. What? Stubbornness and the desire to know it all and be right no matter what will not get you what you want. Okay. Being a fellow Virgo. I'm really getting this message right now. Or could it be that you're afraid to be seen as someone who knows less than you're supposed to? Yeah, that's another one. Could you be flying through life by the seat of your pants, hoping no one will notice you're skimming the surface of things? Life is filled with lessons, some bitter, some sweet. A strident lust for certainty will never bring you the wisdom you seek. Pretending to know more than you do won't make you wise. Be assured that not knowing is a magical place to be. All manner of mysteries are revealed. Be open. It's okay not to know. Yeah, that's a tough one, isn't it? Because it's pretty common for people with Virgo in their chart. It's like we want to be perfect. We want to know. We want to seem like w- we got it all figured out. And yeah, life doesn't work that way. We are often presented with new ideas, new challenges, new things to learn. And so it's about being humble and being open and willing to learn. And in it could be where you're having, maybe having to do with this person, with this relationship. There's something about your stubbornness that is causing the impasse, that is causing this rock bottom thing to happen. There's something that you don't know, that you're not aware of, that somehow you need to be open to a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of understanding. And it may not be totally clear to you in this moment what that is, but it's like it's dropping that need to be right, and to really be curious and open to what this person has to say, where they're at in their life. So let's look at intention. Um, Deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. The universe is bringing you a gift showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work, however, others help you co-create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out into the field, then allow for synchronicity to work its magic. So I'm kind of feeling like this person is on some kind of trajectory. They have set an intention. The universe is rewarding them, is saying yes. There's there's something here that is there's some kind of new beginning they're moving towards, that they're working towards. Um, and it's not necessarily in alignment with what you want. And you could be feeling very stubborn about the direction they're going, about what they're choosing to do. Maybe there's some implications with it. For example, if somebody is like, I have this great opportunity to get a job somewhere else. And you're like, well, that doesn't work with me and my plan. I'm not willing to move, or you can't leave, you can't do this. Like you're trying to stand in their way, and this person, it's like trying to stop the wind. It's just there, whatever is going on here, there's something hatching, there's some kind of momentum that is building, and ultimately they're doing it whether you agree to it or not. And so with rock bottom, I feel like it's possible that at this point in time, this relationship needs to it needs to transform one way or the other. It can't go on the way it's been going. I just want to look at rock bottom here real quick. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. And I think that's what's going to help repair this situation, what's going to help it to heal this relationship is allowing, there's a need to allow this person to do what they need to do, and to be open to what what can come from it. It may not fit with your plans, but it could actually move you in a much more positive direction. Um, or somehow transform you in a way that you aren't even thinking of right now or anticipating. Hey, the sun is here and Redbeard. Awesome. Thank you for joining, guys. Good morning and good afternoon. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm going to start with, I haven't done this in a little while. What am I doing? Okay, first I'm going to look at this person and what's going on with them. And I feel like I want to use, which deck? I'm going to use the Guardian Tarot, my creepy tree friends. Okay. A couple shuffles here. So how this person feels is the Page of Wands. And what they're thinking about is the 10 of Wands. their intentions. The Queen of Wands. Wow. This person could have a lot of fire in their chart, or maybe not even a lot, but some, or they're embodying this fiery energy. Um, what does this person like about you? The King of Swords. You could have some air in your chart. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's so interesting. I am doing this. I'm following this tarot free tarot thing through Hay House, and this one woman, she was talking about how she sees the suit of swords as fire and the suit of wands as air, because the way she puts it is swords are forged in fire. And so that is the suit that should be fire. And I'm like, whoa, like that totally scrambled my brain because that's completely opposite from everything that I have learned. And I'm like, well, it makes sense, but also feel like it's trying to reinvent the wheel in a way. I'm just like, yeah, no, we're going to stick with air for the swords. So, what this person doesn't like about you is the Tower. You could have some Scorpio in your chart. What are their next actions? Two of Swords. And potential outcome on their side? Six of Cups. Okay. This person, they feel very excited about a new beginning. With the Page of Wands here, they're like, I gotta do what I gotta do. And right now they're feeling they're thinking about how burdened they feel because they want to move forward. They want to do something that is exciting to them. They're following their passion. It could be something creative, possibly. Um, and it feels really heavy that you're not on board with this, or that in order to do this thing, they might have to leave you behind, or like they know that it's affecting you in some way. And it's difficult, but they also know that they need to follow follow their passion, follow their intuition, follow that drive that that makes them feel excited about living their life. And they're very clear and aware that they need to do this for themselves, because this is their intention. They have a new path to follow. They have trying to think of the term, they're looking at kind of moving towards new horizons. And they're feeling very bold, or they're kind of stepping into this. They're feeling very confident about whatever this is. And they know that they must go for it. They know that if they don't, that they're it would cause them to compromise themselves in a way that would probably hurt them pretty deeply. And they're just, yeah, they're so excited. They're like, no, this is what I need to do. I understand the path that I need to follow, and everything is pointing them in that direction. Now, as far as you're concerned, they they really like your ability to look at the facts. and to be able to separate your emotions from what's actually going on. You're willing to you're willing to communicate with them. You're willing to have a conversation with them. You're willing to at least let them have their say. But what they don't like is that you're like, "Well, okay, this, here's all the facts, but this doesn't work for me. These are my facts." And your stubbornness is ultimately what's causing this major disruption in this relationship. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that you're focusing a little too much on the facts and failing to recognize that whatever they're doing may not be solely based in facts, that they need to follow some, like I said, some desire, some path that it feels it feels right to them, even though it may not make sense. Sometimes our intuition leads us in directions that it doesn't make sense when you're looking at the facts, and you just have to go with it. And you're having a really hard time with this, and they feel like, why are you making this so difficult? Why can't you just be more um be more in that energy of going with the flow? Because you're trying to tell them, it's like you're trying to control them, you're trying to control the situation. And at a certain point, it's not about you, it's about them. And a healthy relationship is about holding the space for the other person. And when they do something that you don't necessarily agree with, at a certain point, you just have to like surrender and say, okay, you got to do what you got to do. I love you. And so I'm going to support you in whatever you decide, even if I don't totally agree with it. Um, and this is where things get tricky in relationships. Because we don't always agree with what our person does. And there's that need to compromise, but at a certain point there's a need to just allow. So anyway, this person's next actions is the 2 of Swords. This is them in an energy of trying to decide, what to do. They're going back and forth. They want to make you happy, I think. But they also understand they need to make themselves happy, and the 2 aren't lining up, unfortunately. And this is really difficult. They keep kind of going back and forth. They don't want to hurt you, but they realize that if they go along with what you say, that that's hurting them more. So they're going to be looking at what's most important to them. They're really trying to tap into their intuition. And I feel like the universe is supporting whatever this is that they're doing. And they're going to come to a point where they, I feel like they're going back to something from childhood. They're connecting with people from childhood, or a specific person, or there's something having to do with nostalgia, with I'm kind of getting like getting back to something they've wanted to do ever since they were a kid. Now, it's possible that this person wants to leave the relationship, which is oh, just so painful, so incredibly painful because they want to go back. They want to go back to somebody from their past. And that's why this two of swords is here. Because there's this, who who do I who do I stay with? But that's not it for everybody. It could just simply be something that they want to do, something that really fulfills them. And they wish that you were on board with them. There's this fruit. One piece of fruit on the tree. And they feel like they're moving towards something that is going to come to fruition, that is going to hatch some kind of new beginning. So, okay, so for you, what deck am I using? I'm going to go with the Tarot of Mystical Moments to look at your side. Ooh, the Mandela Effect. There's a movie called The Mandela Effect that I watched a while ago that was really good. I don't know what else you guys are talking about. Okay, so for you, you're feeling the star. That's Aquarius energy. And what you're thinking is the King of Cups. Yeah, you really love this person. You want to help them. What are your intentions? The Ten of Cups. Yeah, okay. Before I speak to this, let me finish pulling cards. So what do you like about this person? The Four of Swords. What don't you like? The King of Wands. Yeah, this person, there's some fire in this person's chart, potentially. And what are your intentions? Sorry, not. Okay, let me start over. What are your next actions? I'm going to shuffle. What are your next actions? The Moon. It's Pisces, also Cancerian energy. Getting some water on your side, water in your chart. Yeah, she's at the water's edge, too. And in reverse, it looks like water, the clouds. Anyway, potential outcome for you, the Seven of Cups. Okay. So this person, you feel like this person is a wish fulfillment to you. You feel like having them in your life has helped to heal you, or there's potential for healing, whatever has happened between you, whatever rift is here. You feel like you want to help this person. You're trying to you're coming from a good place. You have good intentions, I feel. You have excellent intentions. There's so much love here. And I keep getting that saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Um, you your love is so big, and you really just want to help. That's who you are. That's what you're so good at. And you potentially see pitfalls, or whatever this person is doing, whatever direction they're going in, you're like, I don't want you to make bad decisions. I can see where you might be going astray. Let me help you. I want us to be together. But there's almost I don't know. This person could feel a little bit smothered by your love, which is so hard. It's so hard because you're like, but I love you. And I feel like it may be one of those cases where love just isn't enough, where this person needs to, they need to do their thing, whether you're on board or not. What you like about this person is that they are taking their time figuring out, there's healing here. They are considering your side of things. They are listening to what you have to say. They're retreating, they're going within, they're really trying to come to some understanding of why they want to do this. It's not, there's there's an impulsive energy. There's a little bit of an impulsive energy, but there's also an understanding that they need to make sure, like, they have their ducks in a row, that they're doing the right thing, and they're working on themselves. They're working on healing themselves. But the thing is, what you don't like about them is that they are, the queen and the king of wands. They are standing in their power. They are saying, we have, that they're getting their feminine and masculine energies in alignment. And I did mention there may be somebody else that they're going towards, that they feel for some of you at least, they feel it's a better match. But if this is, whatever this is that if it is something that they're doing, some kind of project or new direction they're heading in, they're, a job or something like this, um, they know what they want to do. They've they've been following their passions. Maybe this is kind of the energy that they tend to move around in the world with, where they're just like, It's kind of my way or the highway." I think you, being you're a mutable sign, and so you're much more like, more easily swayed, whereas this person is like, once they know what they want, the king of wands, I always say he's my hell yes guy. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And this person, once they kind of fixate on something, you can't get them off it. It's what they want, it's what they're going for. And you don't like this because you're like, well, but you need to consider, you need to be like me. You need to, it's like you need to consider other things. And it's like at a certain point, they're just like, no, the time for talking and considering is done. I am going for it. you know, and not gonna worry about the outcome. I just know what I need to do. I know how to follow my passion. And so for you, your next actions is the moon. You're you're feeling fear about where this person, the fact that they might be leaving your life, the fact that they're moving in a direction that doesn't work with what you're doing. Uh it's very unclear. You're facing the unknown, which is so difficult because you what you want to know. You want to know so bad. You want to know everything. You want to know the future. And it just, that's not how life works. And so you're going to be trying to tap into your intuition to understand how to navigate this situation. Potential outcome here. I feel like you're going to come to an understanding that there this person may not be the right fit for you. There are lots of, as they say, lots of fish in the sea. There are other people out there. Maybe there's a better fit for you. You two you two really work well together in some ways, but then there are other ways where you're not on the same page. You just don't quite get each other. And whatever this person is going back to, you may realize it just isn't for you. I think you're going to realize that. You're going to come to the understanding where, well, that you do have other options, but it may be confusing for a while because it is not easy to let go when you love somebody so much. It can feel impossible. But I think you're going to come to a point where you're like, okay, this isn't working. And maybe it hasn't for a while. And you just need to surrender and allow yourself to move in a new direction yourself. It's being forced upon you. And to look at what your other options are. What's going to make you feel good? You have a lot of love to give. You feel a lot of love for this person. But if you feel this way about this person, there's guaranteed going to be somebody else who you can feel those feelings for as well. If this indeed is not meant to work out, it could also just be where, for right now, um, it needs to change. This relationship needs to transform. And there may be a period of time where you're not in contact with each other, but it could come back around in a new and different way. So yeah, letting go of that control, letting go of that need to keep it as it is and to honor the love you feel. But no, there's a new path for you as well. A path that leads up. So anyway, there it is. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.